Hello and welcome back to Chalvey Sports and the start of Season 4. This is episode 21, so we're quite a bit into the series. We've had 3 promotions in a row, which is amazing for us. Started out in Tier 10 in the Hellenic divisions. Now we're up in Tier 7 in the pitching in Southern Premier Central. To start up the first episode of the season, let's just go through the competition. There's 40 games this season. Also, we are prognosed to finish in the bottom 3rd place, 19th. So we will fight against relegation this year. Our players are, we are newly promoted team, so we will have a hard time. But I am confident in our team. So first off, as you can probably already see, we've got a few new players here. Let's just go through all the transfer first, and then we will play our first game of the season against Gloucester away. So we have signed quite a few players. First off, we signed Jonathan Page from Shots BA. He is a 33-year-old centre back. He will be a 4th choice for us. He is a pretty experienced player, so I think he will be a pretty good sub for us, a decent backup. As you can see, his technicals are quite okay, but his physicals are starting to drop. Next up, we have Ben Martin, probably one of our probably one of our most expensive signings this year, as he has a appearance fee of £150. He came in from Bristol MF, which we played in our last season, I think. He has some pretty decent physicals. His mentals are okay, and also his technicals. So he is a pretty all-rounded player. He's just 21 years old, so he will grow quite a bit as well. Okay, next up, Ryan Cunningham. We got this guy on a free transfer. Previously played for Ashford. Ashford for 4 seasons. He is a central midfielder. We are retraining him to become a advanced playmaker, as we are still using a advanced playmaker for our for one of our midfield positions. His technicals is pretty good. And he is also a pretty all-rounded player, and he has some great physicals. So he will be a great addition for us. He is probably our second choice in the advanced midfielder position, as we also have Jack Cardogan from the team last year. Okay, so then we have Jimmy Wallace, also a centre back. He will be a first team player for us. His physicals are okay, I guess, but he has some pretty decent technicals and mentals. Only 20 years old, coming in from Southend on a free transfer. Kabiru Gabriel, he is a Nigerian under-20 international, which is pretty good for us. He will be playing as a right winger for the most part. He is actually the sub for a other player we signed, which we will, for Chris Rathbone, which we will take a peek at after this. Anyways, Kabiru, he is pretty decent, only 18 years old. We are retraining him to play as an inside forward on the other side of the pitch as well. So he will be a pretty flexible player for us. He got released by West Ham, so this is a decent pickup for us. Next up, Alex Hanshaw. As you can see, he's still a free agent. we signed this guy, and then he immediately wanted to improve our facilities. He wanted to improve our squad, and he was complaining to his teammates. So we released him. So he probably he only signed and trained here for 2 weeks or so. So yeah, he is gone. Then we have Darren White. He is a defensive midfielder. He is only 19 years old, so he will be a under 23 player for this year. We are still searching for a probably a replacement for Falkenland, who plays in the defensive midfield for us. This guy is a pretty all-rounder player, but his physicals aren't that great, but he can be a good sub for us in the future. Then we signed Barry Burns from Dulwich Hamlet. He is also a central midfielder for us. He can also play on the fullback position, so he's a flexible signing for us, you could say. Anyway, he's a pretty well all-rounder player for us, so he has some great physicals, great mentals, and his technicals are also decent. He is a really good player for us, so I'm excited to see him play this year. And lastly, as mentioned, Chris Rathbone. He is a right-footed winger who is also getting retrained for to play as an inside forward for us. His physicals are great. He's a bit slow in the acceleration, but that's okay. But his technicals are amazing. And also his mentals aren't that bad. Only 18 years old, got released by Shrewsbury. So this is a decent pickup for us. So let's take a look at the squad. This will be the first team for the season. We still need to bring a few players in, but as you can see, Owen Wheeler is still in goal, but he is under constant transfers from other clubs, so I presume he will be gone before Christmas. Other than that, out on right, Jaden Randall as last year. In central defense, it's Ben Martin and Barry Burns. What a pair. From last season, Regan Wiley on the left wing-back position. Defensive midfield is still Falkenland, who played pretty bad for us last season. So I'm trying to replace him. In the central midfield, we have Cavan Miley and Jack Cardogan from the team last year. Cunningham might be the first team player here, actually, but Cardogan is a good player as well. Miley is not a good player. We haven't really signed a first team player for this position yet, but Liam Vincent would probably play here. But we'll also try to sign a first team player for this central midfield position. Okay, to start off the season, Chris Rathbone actually? No, we have Kabiru Gabriel out on the right inside forward position to start off. And we were trying to have Chibuisi on the other side, but he got snapped up, unfortunately. So that is bad for our team. So Barrett will start out on the side of the pitch, on the inside forward position, and as always, Sokie up front. That leaves us with we have 2 good centre back subs, 1 good fullback for each side of the pitch in Davis and Rayfield. In the central midfield position, we have Cunningham and Cavan Miley, who are they are okay players, I guess. Calvin Morgan, as always, he's still here. He's the second choice striker, but he is still an okay player, I guess. And lastly, Shane Turl and Chris Rathbone. to fill in for either either side of the inside forwards. We are still trying to sign a first team goalkeeper, as we need more goalkeepers in the squad. Also a central midfield and hopefully a defensive midfielder as well. So that is the players. We have signed quite a few staff this season, so yeah, we have now 5 scouts, 5 coaches as well, so that is pretty good for us. Yeah, our staff is pretty decent for this tier of football. Other than that, our finances are still pretty okay. We have 30k in the bank. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the team who will play in the first game of the season. So yeah, let's get into the game. Okay, our first game away. Let's try to encourage the guys to start off with 3 points would be amazing for us. So let's try to play some football here. Oh, that's offside. That's way offside. He was, probably 10 meters off. Anyway, it's an okay pass by Falkenland. Yeah, okay, another highlight. We haven't changed our tactics, by the way. So we have the same 4-3-3 as last season. For this season, we are also training a more 4-4-2 tactic. Yeah, so we have a few tactical options then. Okay, we're 14 minutes into the game, no goals yet. Ooh, that's a great pass. That's a great pass, but it's an offside, fortunately for us. Oh, that is a thin line. Okay, we haven't played that bad, really. Karadogan with the ball. Can we counter this? Oh, that guy is a bit slow, but he gets the cross in, and Gabriel shoots it wide over. Let's go to a more balanced mentality. Okay, 3 shots. Half an hour gone. 0.60 XG. Highlight for Gloucester. Oh, then that's a great goal by Admintus. That's unfortunate for us. I don't need to see the replay. Okay, we're 1 goal down into halftime. We haven't played that bad, really, so let's just continue with the same team, but let's demand a bit more from them. We might go to positive again, just to put some pressure on. Yeah, we're not creating much, so let's do a few subs and change up the tactics. Gabriel, you haven't been playing that good, really. So Shane Turrell, you're back in. Also Cunningham, you're up. Also, I want to be a bit more pressing. Like that. Okay, and go attacking. Let's try that. Throw in for us. Burns with the ball. Back to Wheeler. Falkenland. Martin. Wiley. That's a hoof and a half for Sokye, who scores, and it's 1-1. Sokye with his first goal of the season. That's a great pass and a great call by Sokier. Yeah, it's a great assist by Regan Wiley, and a pretty decent shot by Sokier as well. And it's 1-1. Let's just go back to positive and maybe do a sub once this highlight is over. Oh, Sokier steals the ball. Barrett with the shot, and Barrett scores. Barrett with his first goal of the season. What a goal! Okay, let's go back to balanced. We have and do some time wasting as well. We have scored. Okay, and it's 2-1. Chalvey Sports. That's a great goal by Barrett, and a 2-1 lead for us away against Gloucester. Okay, let's do a sub. Who's tired? Liam Vincent is tired. Falkland. We're putting on Kevin Miley for Falkland. Yeah, he's a bit tired. 81 minutes in. Terrell picks up the ball. Crosses in for Barrett. Headed out by the defender. Okay, let's just do some time wasting. And yeah, let's go defensive. And it's a 2-1 game for Chalvey Sports. 3 points for our first game of the season in our first season in Tier 7. That is great for us. Great stuff. It's a superb effort. That actually puts us in 4th position to start off the season. Okay, let's take a look here. They're in 17th. They were prognosed to end up in 16th. Yeah, so that is decent from us. Just to take a look at the table, the favorites to get promoted this year is Halesowen, and for the playoff spots is Tamworth, Burytown, Lowestoft, and Stourbridge. Yeah, so we will try to steal some points from those games. Okay, that's a great start of the season for us. Also, in this season, we're in the FA Cup, the FA Trophy, and the English Southern League Cup. So, we have 3 cups this season. We will try to get at least into the first round of the FA Cup and also the FA Trophy, if we can. I'm going to skip ahead a few games. As I mentioned, we will be trying to sign a first-team goalkeeper, a central midfielder, and a defensive midfielder. So let's see if we can do that in between episodes. I will skip ahead to the game against North Lee, actually, because they were the team that finished behind us last season. So that will be a pretty exciting game. Also, there is a FA Cup game 3 days after that. So yeah, we'll do a 2-game episode then. Okay. Other than that, that's it for the first episode of Season 4. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, click the thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.